everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 63 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of FTB Sky's Expert Mode. Today, off to the races. As usual, we're doing a whole bunch of fun stuff. Let's get started with a pressurized reaction chamber. So why am I making a PRC? Well, we know that we're going to need some more substrates. Every time I go and use some of them, I'm like, I need more substrates. So I decided that I would, start making more substrates. So here's the thought, right? How do we get substrates? Well, aside from fractioning volatile redstone, which, yeah, a little bit, we can get a lot of them if we get some biofuel, which, by the way, I need to make a crusher. I don't think I've made a crusher yet, have I? Have I made a crusher, or have I not made a crusher? I made an osmium compressor, and a metallurgic infusers, and an enriching factory. Yeah, so crusher's on our to-do list too, right? What's all involved in that? Some more electron tubes, which needs more glass and redstone. And our induction doohickey. Bing, bang, boom. That's cool. Okay, and then we're going to need a saw blade, and then we're going to need a compressed iron drill bit. Oh my goodness, that is a thing, isn't it? You're going to make me do a whole thing for this, aren't you? Yup. Yes, you are. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, well, good to know. Well, we'll get to the iron drill bit in a bit. See what I did there? So, PRC, right? We're going to start with that, but we definitely need the crusher for part of this, right? So I want to see if I can do this with one PRC, but I'm suspecting I might not be able to, because we're going to need to put the hydrogen that we're already making, plus water, plus biofuel, will make substrates, but then water plus ethylene, which will be the output here, can dupe our substrates and basically get us a bunch of oxygen, okay? So, yeah. I might want a second PRC, and if that's the case, then I'll just make a second PRC. But I was hoping I could, I could make a bunch of ethylene. Is this a fluid? No, it's a gas, right? Okay, cool. And then, yeah, I could probably pull off just one PRC, right? So what I would do here is, first off, let's make sure that you are not outputting gases to the right. Good. So you're outputting to the front, right? So you should accept fluids, any side, and then gases, input on the left, right? So that if I tell you to output to the right, you will fill up with that many. Now I'm going to turn you off, right? So eventually we'll drain all the hydrogen out while we make substrates with biofuel. And then we're going to make a bunch of ethylene, which we'll put into a tank. And then, once we drain those 10 buckets of hydrogen, we can send the ethylene back, right? Because your gases can... right now you'll be output, but then I'll have you do input. In fact, I'll have you do both, right? So I'll have you push gases to this side, okay? And then I'll have you just, toggle back and forth, right? Like that. That'll be cool. So now all I gotta do is get some water in you, which shouldn't be too bad. What I can do is a pipe. You can waterlog these pipes, right? Aha. Yes? Sweet. Okay, cool. Now we gotta do drill bit thingy. Alright, so to make a drill bit, we need one of these, right? So let's get this ready. So what do I gotta get here? I gotta get lubricant, compressed steel. I need just 4 buckets of lubricant. Okay, do we have any lubricant yet? Not yet, but I can get some, because I remember that not being too bad. Biodiesel and redstone equals lubricant. Okay, yeah, no, we should be fine there, right? So... 1... 2, 3, 4. Do you need a temperature or greater than 100 C? My buddy Biodiesel comes back into the picture. Sweet. We're out of compressed iron? We may be. That's literally just iron in there, right? So you with the iron, and make it quick, please, because I'm recording and people want to see stuff happen. Not wait for hoppers. Alright, so you're going to go away. You're going to clear out. You're going to be done. You can temporarily be on that mode. And then this. I like it. Sweet. And now we can make a crusher. Which is actually a good thing, because the last couple times I've gone to like make certain things, I'm like, I don't feel like flying all the way over there. And he's really good at ores because you 6x multiply, but he's not great at things that he doesn't multiply. He's a little bit slower than a crusher might be. So yeah, that's I kind of like that we have this now. Cool. Crusher. All right. And then can we get like the tier from Mechanism? Can we get another one of those? Oh my goodness. You really love making me do electron tubes, don't you? How hard is polished rose quartz? Sandpaper rose quartz? I can enrichment chamber rose quartz. There's just quartz in there. That's doable, right? Quartz. Cool. So you... Didn't I just basic enriching factory some redstone? I thought I kicked off some enrichment of redstone, but maybe I'm crazy. I might be. Possible. Right, so then I do you, and then I do that, and that'll make life easier. And then I can enrich these guys directly into rose quartz, and that's an easier method to get this stuff, and we don't have to do that silly redstone-y thing no more. And I'm pretty sure that, well, actually, no, there is things that you're used for. Normally the answer would be no, there is not things that you're used for, but that's okay. When and if I need things that they're used for, I'll get them. Cool. So now that we have polished rose quartz, that's easier electron tubes, and that's cool. Good deal. All right, now we have a stack of electron tubes, which means this is easier. What do we need? More basic control circuits, right? Right, you guys are, oh, hello. Volatile redstone and signalum processors. That's probably easier than this approach. Signalum processor and volatile redstone. That seems cool. Fabrication matrix. Is that this one? Yes. I think that's what we'll do. Volatile redstone is easy to get, right? And signalum processors ain't terrible. Signalum processor and... Do what now? Signalum processor makes one basic control circuit. Two basic control circuits makes one signalum processor. Was this not entirely thought through? Alright, so let's go this route, because actually I found a cheaper way to make quantum mechanisms. We can do source gems in a metallurgic infuser, and then atomic alloys can turn into quantum infusers. So that seems kind of doable. I think that that's doable. Right? We'll start with 4. How's that sound? So, if I atomic alloy you into diamonds, and then we got another metallurgic infuser. So I just need a couple of you and 4 of you. That is cool. Okay. Alright, so let's try out source gems here. So you should be cool. Now if I want refined obsidian, can you enrichment chamber, right? Yes, cool. Okay, so you're going to be that, a little extra. And then you guys... I assume that there's no, like... And yeah, there's no enriching version of that. Because if we look at this, it's just source gems or basic chemical tanks with source in it. So there's no good way to do that. But hey, that's cool. And you get 4 at a time, so that's awesome. I'll take that. That is a much better. And then if I want the green circuits, right, which is you can go away, you can go away. Crusher, what we were after was you. You can fabrication matrix 4 buckets of mineral resin, which we know to be easy, right? I think we have some mineral, and if we don't have more, I was doing this. Cool. Excellent. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you guys can go in there. And what I could say is, hey, are you filtered? You are. Okay. So quantum mechanisms, which I'm glad that I found an easier way to make those, because that recipe was always a tedious one. So like, hey, that's cool. All right. That's way easier. I love that. I really, really legitimately love that. All right, cool. So now, what was I making? I was making the crusher, which, if I want biofuel, right, and we could probably get another tier. That's what we were going for, tier installers. So the crusher should get one. It's probably good for now. I wouldn't mind giving you that. Okay, so now your crushing factory, and then we have like tons of some kind of plant, I'm sure. What do we have tons of some kind of plant? Biofuel from mechanism. What do we got? I think we have a ton of netherwort, don't we? Yeah, I see you, goat. I'm letting you attack me because I'm looking at recipes right now. I'm busy. Ooh, saplings too. Yeah, netherwort would not be a bad one to go with because we have the sifter doing that already. Anything else that jumps out at me as like, hey, that would be cool to do? Probably just start with that and then go from there. I don't think I'm using netherwort for much else, right? How much do we have? We don't have like a stupid amount per se. Is there anything else over here that I could use that I have like a ton of? Not really. Well, we'll start with this, and then if it turns on any more in the future, then we'll deal with it. Fair? Split. And go. Sweet. Yeah, because we got a ton of biofuel from this. That's beautiful. Alright, so then we'll put most of that away, but we'll snag a stack so that you're ready to do that. Oh, and you need power too. Yeah, machines like power, don't they? Nice. Okay, so that's going to make substrates, but then it's going to consume the hydrogen, right? And then it's going to dump the ethylene in here. Cool. Now, what I could do, I wonder if this will work, but if I do that, would you try to push the ethylene into there once we burn through all the biofuel? Maybe? Now, we are using 2 biofuel per process here, so we'll probably use actually a healthy amount of the biofuel that we produced, but I'm okay with that. right? And we're getting a ton of substrates. Now, if I had a functional storage drawer to push into, and we said, hey, you auto eject up, that works, yes. Cool. Excellent. Now you're making a bunch of ethylene. Aha! See? And then it dumped it all right back. How cool is that? Okay. Now, I would like you to probably just be red, because now you're going to make oxygen, I believe, when I do this. Yes? Okay. Clearly a few speed upgrades would not go awry. But at this point, we could probably have you... He won't auto-pull, though, will he? No, I don't think he will. Unless I put, like, the auto-ejector on the drawer, which, you know, I could do, but meh. Right. But remember, we're 8xing these, right? So 92 should go to 100 now. That's cool. So we should get a lot of substrate from doing this, and it'll be like in every now and then we just kind of, like, refill our substrate reserves. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Yeah, that seems cool to me, right? Yeah. That seems cool. It'll take a minute. Maybe I will get the functional storage pusher upgrade. That doesn't seem too bad. Direction down. So then if I told you that you are purple, you're going to do that. Cool. So now he'll just eject to the top and then pull down again. And then when we run out of ethylene, it's a simple matter of doing the thing. Right? Just dumping more hydrogen into there, and then that'll be cool, right? See, and he's making oxygen, which, by the way, I can just dump, and now he completely voids. But I'll let it idle so that I remember, because we don't want to void the ethylene. So we want to, like, turn on the void, clear out the tank, then turn off the void, and then produce more ethylene. So there's our substrate production, right? So now we've got loads of you, which is good for when we need it. Cool. Now, what was the next thing we needed to do? Ooh, we got a quest complete. What did I do? What did I make? Something cool? I made a crusher. Yay! Food. Dumplings. Those do sound good. Now, so that's you being done, you being done, you being done, you being done. Advanced mixer sounds like a good time, right? So now we want to make our Ostrom processor, which means Ostrom circuits. But I also want to make the advanced inscriber if I can. But that's going to need an Ostrom too. So 4 of these, flux-infused Ostrom and printed silicon. Right? Just Ostrom ingots. And printed silicon. One, two, and then my first 4 will go towards making the advanced doohickey. Because those allow stacking inside them. And that'll be awesome. Meow. Go lasers, go. Cool. So now I can make an advanced inscriber, theoretically? Yes. If I break you and put you in there. And hopefully you're super cool now, right? Advanced inscriber. And you can get some acceleration cards, which I have an extra one of. Sweet. So now, if I want to do something like this... So much better, right? So much better. Holy cow, that is like worlds better. Holy cow, that is so good. Remind me how I get silicon? That's right, a little tiny bit of chlorine and polyethylene and silicon, which we have like copious amounts of silicon, right? Super cool. Right, and then we're like cool on the chlorine stuff here. Yeah, no, we should be fine. How do we get chlorine again? That's right, we have the brine, right? So what do you do? That's right, we put brine in here. Yes. Do I have an extra tank? If not, I can make one. Always need more. Wow, we're using a lot of tanks in this pack. That's one thing that I noticed, which, not complaining, by the way. Totally like that. Okay, so if I do this, then you're cool making chlorine. You're cool making that stuff. And that feels good to me. Yeah. And I can always get more polyethylene as needed. I always have ways of getting that. So, hey, that's cool. The other thing we can make with this is the advanced mixer now, right? Which is super cool. Feels like it. So we need lumium plates. Lumium plates. And then we can get the advanced mixer, which I think is a pretty major deal. I think that, like, makes a lot of things really cool. I don't know if every recipe, you know, but I'm thinking, like, this is a big improvement, right? Like, this also lets me get flux-infused oil, like, so 2, and then 2, okay, so let me get lumium, which is going to be not bad looking, right? That's just going to need some signalum blend, which is going to need some electrum. Remember when I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool that we can do this now? Let's get half a stack of electrum. And I'll come back in a minute once I make this lumium, because I think you know what's about to happen. Yes, yes. All right, so I made my advanced mixer. Looking good. Ready to do a bunch of cool stuff. Looks like he... I feel like this temp number feels familiar. Is that the temp number over here? That's right, you've got a heater attached to you, don't you? Yeah, you've got the solar panel heater dudes. Right. Can you, like, accept heat from adjacents? I assume? So, like, if I did that, and that, and then do we have, like, another blaze dude? We don't exactly. But I could get one just to test with and see how it goes. Curious if this is how you heat this thing, because some recipes require heat. So I think this is a combination of this mixer and the create mixer. You know what I mean? So if we popped this guy over here, so some things will require heat, other things will not. If I do that, are you going to build up heat? Nope. Nope, that is not how you temp. That is not how you temp. Heater, compressed creativity, work in progress, blast furnace, external heater. Okay, so if that's not how you temp up the heater, advanced mixer, is there a quest for you? How do I heat you? There's no info tab, so that's not how I heat. Okay, good to know. So I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll find out. All right, so I found out the answer. Sounds like, okay, so here we go, advanced mixer. Oh, cool. So advanced mixer is a new block for old tricks. It can replace the function of much of your create and pneumatic craft mixing with more compact invariants. Some recipes require heat, however, and for that you'll need to turn to an RTG generator or fission. So it sounds like nuclear reactors in our future. RTG generator. Now, is this a multi-block? Ooh, it emits radiation. We should be aware of that. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, tiny amounts of radiation there. Produces some energy and heat. All right. Wow, that's a lot of energy. Oh, that's a lot of energy. Is that a billion? Yeah, it's a billion. A polonium pellet. Yeah, lots and lots. Redstone signal needed. Okay, cool. So you can toggle it on and off at least. Yeah. I'm pretty sure since we have compact crafting. Yeah, so we could make like a compact machine. And then we could put this in there, and that'll radiate, and that'll, yeah. Not right now, though. Not right now. We'll get there. So Ostrom space plating is how we can unlock that quest line. That's going to be a quantum assembler with Desh space plating. Got you, goat. Ostrom infused, osmium infused Ostrom plate, refined obsidian plate, and enriched diamond. Okay, well, I don't have an urgent need to get all that stuff right now, unless there's something like particularly exciting about it, right? That's going to go towards crafting the next tier of stuff, Ostrom space plating blocks, and calorite space plating. So yeah, no, we don't need to worry too much about making that right now. What I want to do is continue to focus on the AE system and all the other stuff that we've got cooking. So, with that said, let's get back to AE a little bit. So, we definitely have access to a lot more stuff now. That'll be good. And if, by the way, if we wanted to, we could totally do flux-infused diesel now. We could do it in our advanced mixer because it doesn't require heat. So, a lot of these recipes don't need heat, which means we still, like, you know, it's cool, right? But 2 force-infused diesel and flux-infused would be flux-infused diesel. So that's kind of cool. And I think that gives me a healthy bit more rotational stress, right? 190 stress capacity versus... I'm doing it with the oxygen. 126? Yeah, so pretty good upgrade. We might look into doing that. It just means, you know, lots of other things. Okay. So now we've got this covered. So we've got from AE2, we've got the energy acceptor and the ME controller. We definitely have much easier crafting of these guys now, which is huge. That's the reason we did a lot of what we just did, right? All the prep work we just did was to make it so we can craft things easier for AE2, but then other cool recipes as well. Let's now get into making some real stuff. So if I want to get, let's start with a crafting terminal, right? So that should be like one of the priorities for me. So I need you. So what do we got here? Panels, hopefully are not too bad. That looked like aluminum plates. That's cool. And then you guys, I actually have some of those. That's cool. Today I learned. So I need logic processors, right? So it's going to be gold, alloy, and silicon. And just to be clear, is there like a better recipe for that? Nope, that's just 100% what it is. So how about we get a dozen of you? Are we choking on power or something? Oh, we might be out of actual power. Yeah. Speaking of needing more diesel. So if I start doing flux infused here, I can rotate faster, which means I can get more RF. So I think it's worth doing that, to be honest with you. I 100% do. I'm going to actually snag both of these, because I need to rebuild my backlog of force. Cool. There you go. Much better. And then you get back to making more of that. And then you guys should have a bunch of these for me now, which can then go in here because those are 4 at a time rather than 8 at a time. Cool. So now we have a bunch of Ostrom processors, which is good. We're going to have a bunch of gold ones, which means, I mean, crafting terminal. Sweet. Or ME terminal, at least. And then the crafting terminal is going to be that guy. Cool. Now, what about cables from AE2? We have some Fluix cables. We've got a storage bus, so that's cool. And we have some of these, right? So I should be able to make more of these relatively easily at this point, right? Because making Fluix crystals is now super easy because of this dude, right? And we have like a ton of this stuff. So we're totally cool there. Thanks, little golem guy. We should have a pretty hefty amount of... Lol? Yeah, not too shabby. You're still doing peat generator? Okay, that's cool. Today I learned. Let's do some functional storage. I would like you to logistical transport that, please. Oh, didn't mean to do that. All good. Cool. And then I'll snag a stack of you to do this. Then I can get 1-1 to get that. Cool? Alright, good times. Oh, you can do the wool directly? That's cool. Oh, no, you do... Okay, yeah, no. Perfect. A little extra. So let's consider putting this down here, right? So can I, like, so this looks like it's like an actual interface, right? Like I can right click it, right? Just like I think I can also stick my storage bus on it. So if I'm not mistaken, what if hopefully this doesn't break anything, but what if I put my storage bus under it? Would that be cool? It sounds cool. Do we have an extra flux point, by the way? We have a couple extra flux points. Even better. So if I put my storage bus here... Right? And then let's expand out the platform. So if I got some cobble... And... we did that, just to have like more of an AE system style, like plenty of room thing. Oh, I guess we have a lot of light over here for some reason. I don't know what, but apparently it's enough to keep things lit. But even for fun, we'll just do a couple mage lights. And that's cool. Okay, so you guys go away for a minute. So what I would theoretically want to have is the EMI controller. I kind of want to like plan for the whole we're going to have lots of cables all over the place thing. But I could stick him kind of like here-ish. Okay. And then to start, we'll just do like you with our crafting terminal. Okay. And then we'll have a flux point connected to an energy acceptor. Just because I happen to have one. Okay, and then you can probably just sit somewhere along this line and get your flux point. Cool. And then you're doing, wow, 40 RF a tick? You're actually not an insignificant amount of power. But now, check this out, right? Sort by number of items, descending. Aha! Look at that. Look who's got a giant storage array doing the thing. That's cool, right? I like that quite a bit, actually. I like that quite a bit, actually. I think that's super cool. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2. So right here, we're going to want another dimensional storage stabilizer. Now, hopefully it's not a big deal to, like, put a tier 4 here, and then, like, I don't know what happens if I break this, right, when we're over the threshold, and I kind of don't want to find out. So what I'm going to do is work towards at least making a tier 3 version of that. So let's find out what a tier 3 dimensional storage doohickey looks like. So that's Severa's permanent confinement, and that's going to need a nether star. That is good to know. Now it's going to need some... So I can make nether stars like this, which means I don't actually technically have to fight a wither. And generalized ender predictions are not terribly hard to get, provided I have, you know, a data model for Enderman. Or for that matter, the wither, right? Like I could totally data model the wither. We could kill the wither a few times somewhere, and especially now that I have flight, that should be a little bit easier. But we also, I know, at some point are going to need to get ether gas. So for that, we're going to want wither-proof blocks, right? So let's start looking into what our options are for tough enough to withstand withers. So that's an option. It just needs coal and glass. So, okay. That's kind of cool. We could go that route. Alternatively, we could go with the shields from... This is all within reach, right? Nothing I can't make here. That looks pretty standard, right? Accepts any Minecraft wool. So that's an approach, right? So we could go the shield system so that we can do our standard, like... I like the shields because, A, I like shields. Like, I think like a force field type system is cool, but Minecraft's gameplay and mob combat system, like, really don't lend themselves to needing shields. But, like, it would be cool if it did. So, yeah, we'll see. Right? We'll see. Man. Now, in fairness, we're producing how much RF over here? We're not really producing enough, are we? Where is all my energy going, if not... We're making 7,000 RF a tick, and it's not enough. I mean, I do have both of these running, so that's definitely probably not helping the situation, but I'm actually a little surprised that we were choking on power that much. I thought we were better. Did I add anything recently that's actually draining power besides that little miner dude? I don't think so. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Sweet. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's wrap up the episode here, I think, because we're probably getting to be about close. And then when we come back next time, I will work towards containing a wither so that we can get ether gas, and killing him a few times so that I can get a prediction so that I can make both, you know, and get more nether stars. And then we can get a tier 3 storage thing. That'll make this system be able to store that many more stacks, because we're getting close, right? And then we'll start working towards automation with AE. And for the time being, this will be our primary storage container, and we'll just hook AE up to it. But once we get to the point where I can make a quantum bridge card, which is post-Venus, then I will probably transition away from the occultism storage system and go with like a 64K ME drive and get everything with an AE. But the thing is, I want my infinite range wireless access to my system here for manual crafting, but I still want to be able to auto craft using stuff, right? So that's the plan. Hopefully that's a good one. For now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's come back next time and, you know, have some more fun with some more stuff. All right? Sound like a plan? All right, for now, take it easy.